Do you have any kind of better idea what he might be limited to and what you might be able to get out of him?
I don't think there's any way of knowing till he goes out there and plays. I see the downside is he hasn't played for however long it's been, 10 plus days. But the positive is he's a vet. He's has the experience, and he definitely provides a need for us with a true point guard and someone that can organize us and get us into things. So that helps, and I think that can help regardless of where he's at with his rhythm.
Coach, there's a report that says Ben might be available for starting as soon as Game 3 in the first round. Is that a little far-fetched, or do you think he could be available that soon?
I have no idea. I don't know where these reports come from. We have no update on the timetable, so I don't think that came from us.
Can you, I guess, kind of quantify the progress he's made since the epidural to today?
I can't really remember how long ago the epidural was, but he is moving more. He's shooting. He's starting to move a little bit on the court in a 1-on-0 environment. So definitely positive signs. He's improving and moving and all those things. But, like I said, he hasn't been running full speed or playing against anybody. So still a lot of markers to meet.
When you were in
Orlando. How long ago was that?
A month.
A month. Yeah, so I think, I would say heavier progress in the last week than the first 3 weeks or so after
that. Steve, Darius Garland's one of the better pick and roll practitioners in the league, but can you speak to just how dangerous he is off ball, coming off screens and reading out of it?
Yeah, I think he's, he's a threat at both. Moves well without the ball. He has actions where he gives it up and gets it back. Not all primary ball handlers are good off the ball. And that's another skill set that he's able to use and to help his team, be more efficient offensively.
Steve, these aren't quite win or go home type games in the play-in. Obviously, you guys would have another shot, or Cleveland would have another shot. But do you approach a game like this almost like a Game 7 in terms of the way you're going to coach it? Is this an all-out thing in terms of minutes and rotation, tightening, and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think so. We want to win tonight, period. So whatever it takes to get this game result that we need. So you hope that you don't have to play people 1,000 minutes, but if it's I think if there's any doubt, you can see by our track record recently, we played them a lot of minutes. So tonight would probably be no exception.
Kevin had a weird statement the other night after he struggled in the beginning of the game. He said he hated his approach to scoring. I don't know if you got asked about this since, but do you see him passing too much a little bit? You ever have to remind him, like, I know you are willing to give the ball up, but you are, Kevin Durant, and then you just shoot it early, a little more, be aggressive?
Very, very rarely, because he makes comments like that after the game. So he understands, and he's very introspective, and he understands his game. He understands the different schemes that he faces. So he knows. And, obviously we try to put him in positions where we can exploit his talents or where he can make the play that's necessary in that moment of the game. But he recognizes it all. He's seen it all. And I think that, you're going to have nights where maybe you don't feel quite as aggressive. And so I don't necessarily talk to him too much about that because I think he does do a great job of finding that balance. He still scores the ball at a, extremely high level and an efficient level. And he's really created a lot of ball movement out of double teams this year.
You seem like a very chill dude. That's not the question, but your chillness in front of us. But if you can kind of describe your communications strategy with the players, and why do you think it works? Are you just as chill?
Well, I'm definitely, I'm not a yeller and screamer. I think I bring my passion to our team, excitement every day to get better, to work with these guys. I will get upset from time to time, but it's not necessarily my default system of communication or behavior. So I really try to communicate effectively, try to support the players, try to understand, see things from their perspective rather than just from my perspective, especially being a former player. I think it's dangerous to see what you see, to understand what your players see, what they're going through in that scenario, in that moment, in that patch of the season, and in their life outside of basketball. Understanding and having a feel for all that stuff, it improves communication and allows you, I think, to get a kind of a deeper understanding of the player and maybe help them. You're only looking for small margins of improvement. If each player can feel more comfortable, feel more belief, hope, opportunity, all those things that as a staff and an organization, we try to give our players. I think that's important as elements of our communication as well.
As a follow-up, going back to San Francisco, in which areas in life did you and Kevin most bond or build your bond?
Yeah, really on the court. I worked with him when I was finishing my career, a little bit after my career, and then with the Warriors in a more formal way. But really just tried to help share things that I'd learned playing the game as long as I did, and that I could share with him that he could, consider for his game as well.
You guys are all professionals, but obviously you're human beings too. After what occurred this morning, as you have talked to guys and seen them come through now, how much do you think what happened is weighing on everybody at the moment?
I haven't talked to anybody about it other than our coaches. But clearly our community was affected this morning. In a tragic and unfortunate, senseless way. That's the subway stop for our practice facility and for our office. My kids go to school not exceedingly far, so it does hit home, and you just feel for all those affected, and you recognize that we have a lot of growing to do as a society and a community, and you just feel for everybody in our community that was affected, and that we saw a side of life today that is ugly, disappointing, and can, I think, at times be worrisome for people in the community. But it's more important now for our community to look at how to support each other and to continue to live with conviction and find ways that we can overcome.
Basketball note, just for clarification on Ben, has he started to run or started the conditioning process yet?
I don't know. In a sense, every time he moves a little more, that is, in a sense, conditioning. But I wouldn't say he's like doing wind sprints or things like that.
Coach, it seems like your lineups and rotations for the entire season have been dictated by who's been available, because so many players have been in and out. But now you guys seem as close to being whole as you've been all year. Just in an ideal world, how far do your rotations go? Is it 9 players, 10 players, or how do you sort that out?
Yeah, I think it's 9. So we'll go from there. We're fortunate to have Goran back, which makes 9 tonight. But we'll be grateful if that continues with the pattern that we've had. So excited to have 9, and hopefully Goran can get his rhythm back quickly, and we can remain as healthy as possible. All right, thank you.